Have you ever tasted a fruit so sweet it tells the story of a town? A fruit that is bigger than your hand, older than your generation, and rooted in the limestone hills of Ipoh. Well, today we are taking you on a journey to Tambun, the hidden gem behind Malaysia's most prized fruit. We are talking about the famous Tambun pomelos. Now, if you have ever driven through Ipoh or stopped by one of those roadside fruit stalls in Tambun, you've probably seen this massive citrus fruit sitting proudly on display. It's a big, it's bold, and it's hard to miss. But here's the thing, this isn't just any fruit. The pomelo is often compared to a grapefruit, but it's sweeter, less bitter, and far more aromatic. It's like grapefruit's charming cousin who would always bring good vibes. And in today's episode, we are going to peel back the layers, literally and figuratively, and explore why Tambun pomelo is such an iconic part of the Malaysian culture, heritage, and flavor. So what exactly is a pomelo? In the simplest terms, it's the largest citrus fruit in the world. Native to Southeast Asia, the pomelo is known for its thick green or yellow rind and juicy pink or pale flesh inside. Now, here's where it gets fun. People often confuse pomelo with grapefruit, but they're not the same. While both of them are part of the citrus family, pomelos are sweeter, less sour, and way more fragrant. It doesn't have that bitter bite you sometimes get with grapefruit, which makes it easier to enjoy, especially on its own. And when it comes to the best pomelos in Malaysia, all roads lead to Tambun, a small town on the outskirts of Ipoh, Perak. So why Tambun? Well, because the soil there is rich in limestone, and that mineral composition makes the land especially fertile. It's this unique environment coupled with generations of farming wisdom that gives the Tambun pomelo its signature sweetness and low acidity. Now, this isn't factory farming, this is artisanal agriculture. Every fruit is cared for, timed perfectly, and harvested with love. You're not just tasting the fruit, you're tasting the craftsmanship. Now, let's be real, things are changing. Modern challenges like urban development, unpredictable weather, and a declining interest in traditional farming are all starting to take a toll on Tambun's pomelo scene. Younger generations are moving to cities, farmland is being replaced by buildings, and the once thriving orchards face pressure to evolve or disappear. But here's some good news. Some pomelo farmers are turning towards ecotourism, like this place, and innovation. They are opening their farms to visitors, offering tours where people can walk through the orchards, learn how pomelos are grown, and even harvest their own fruit. Others are experimenting with high-value added products, pomelo juice, pomelo jam, and pomelo skin in skincare products. Some are even exploring online delivery for nationwide distribution. Now, these efforts are creating a new future for an old tradition, a way to keep the story of Tambun's pomelo alive, not just as a fruit, but as a symbol of resilience, reinvention, and community pride. So let's talk culture. In many Asian households, especially during Chinese New Year, pomelos are placed on altars, gifted to family members, or brought along when visiting friends. Why? Because in Chinese culture, the pomelo symbolizes abundance, prosperity, and good fortune. Its round shape and golden green hue makes it a sign of wealth and completeness. And the best part, when it comes to the pomelo, people are particular. They don't want just any pomelo. They want the one from Tambun because they know it's the real deal. During festive seasons, Tambun is buzzing. Buses arrive from Kuala Lumpur, Penang, and even Singapore. People come to stock up, sometimes buying in bulk for friends and family back home. So it's not just about the fruit, it's about what it represents. So giving someone a pomelo is like saying, I'm wishing you a sweet, prosperous year. And when that pomelo comes from Tambun, it's even more meaningful. It's a gift from the land of limestone and legacy. So let's take a walk through Tambun. Now imagine this, small narrow roads lined with pomelo stalls. Giant green fruits are stacked high like trophies. Vendors holding knives ready to offer you a fresh slice to taste. It's not just a market, it's an experience. So what's so special here is that many of the pomelo farms are family run, often passed down through 3 or 4 generations. These aren't massive corporate orchards. They are backyard farms turned into community treasures. I once spoke to an uncle at one of the stalls. He told me, pomelo tanam ikut rasa, which means you plant and harvest pomelo by the field. There's no digital thermometer, no tech gadgets, just hands in the soil, eyes on the sky, and years of knowing when the fruit is ready. Some farmers tap the skin to hear a hollow sound. Others check the shine, the weight, even the smell. It's part of science, part instinct, and 100% love. And let me tell you, when you bite into a perfectly ripened Tambun pomelo, you'll taste that care in every segment. Sweet, refreshing, juicy, but never overpowering. It's like nature took its time for this. So next time you're in Ipoh, take that little detour into Tambun. Roll down your window, smell the citrus in the air. Stop by a store and chat with the auntie or uncle selling pomelos. Ask them how long they've been doing this. Taste the fruit, feel the weight of history in your hands. Because that's what the Tambun pomelo is. It's not just a fruit, it's a memory, a culture, a story wrapped in a thick rind and bursting with heart. So thank you for watching this episode. Now, if this made you crave a pomelo or gave you a deeper appreciation for Malaysia's local treasure, share this with a friend, or better yet, bring them to Tambun for the real deal. So until next time, stay curious, support local, and remember, sometimes the sweetest things in life are the ones grown slowly with care. So today I'm here with Kwan from Gochin at one of the Tambun pomelo stalls. So Kwan, can you tell me a little bit about the Tambun pomelos?
Okay, this area is called Tambun. That's why all the pomelo we plant we call Tambun pomelo. But our family is called Gochin. That's why we call Gochin Tambun pomelo. But in Tambun pomelo we have 2 types of pomelo. The white flesh is the one sweet and the red flesh is the one sweet sour. It's different tree. It's not from the same tree. If pomelo is not ripe, then it will be bitter and dry. So from flowers until we can pluck, the pomelo have to wait for 6 months. So in you can see we have various sizes here. We have small, medium, big. It's only the size is different. Taste is the same. That's why when we choose pomelo, as long as it's heavy. Heavy means juicy. So white flesh today is only the sweet one only. The sweet sour is not ready in season because sweet sour always we have to wait for 7 months. That's why sweet sour sometimes will be a bit lack of stock.
So the sweet sour pomelo is very much to the European grapefruit, right? It's very sour.
But the sour rich will be less than 10%. So always more people can be acceptable on the taste because sweet sour is very little sour. It's not very sour.
Okay, so the key here is you just mentioned that the heavier it is, the sweeter it is. So if you're buying a pomelo, make sure you get a heavy one.
Means juicy.
Juicy. And do your pomelos go the prices of it?
Okay,
does it go by
in
the
Tambun,
weight?
even we go by wholesale or retail, we go by size and sell by piece.
Okay, you don't go by the weight.
No, we don't go by weight. Okay. Because always they complain they buy the pomelo is very big, but the skin is very thick. So this old tree have thinner skin. You can see our farm there is around 60 to 70 years old tree. It's a very old tree. So old tree we have thinner skin. When we have thinner skin, the weight will be more heavier. That's why we not worth if we sell go by weight. Okay. So you can see this one even small, so the skin is very thin. That's the reason why only. And always when you choose pomelo, just remember one thing: always when we know we choose something heavy, but the most important thing, don't pack the pomelo. Always when we choose watermelon, we like to hear the sound, but the skin, when we peel off, very good smell. But the taste of the skin is bitter. The citrus oil is bitter. So if sometimes we don't know, we hit too heavy, the citrus oil going inside, then we're eating bitter pomelo. That's those tips there.
Okay. So would you be able to show me the sweet, the bitter one?
Okay, sure. I'll show you. But today is only the sweet one.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Go again here, who's going to show us the difference in the texture of the pomelo. And what he has here is the sweet one, not the sour one.
Yeah, today is only the sweet one. So you can see the flesh will be white and pinkish.
Okay.
It's not red.
Yeah.
That's why always when you choose pomelo, remember, don't tell the seller you want red or white one. Because if you buy from Thailand, the red one is the one sweet. But when you come to Tambun, the red one is the one sweet sour.
Why is
so
that?
it's different variety difference. That's why always let them know you want the sweet one or the sweet sour. So you can see in Tambun, the flesh will be a bit white and pinkish. So you can have a try on the sweet one. So it's we have to wait for 6 months for that juicy.
So that's the sweet one here. Look at it. It's a bit pinkish.
You can see the pulp is very juicy.
Yeah.
But you can see why we plant pomelo at Tambun is because of the geography factors, soil,
and
limestone, and you can see all this flesh is very juicy. And what is the benefits of pomelo? Mainly is vitamin C.
Okay.
You can see.
So now, traditionally, pomelos were only farmed here, and you just sell them as a normal fruit.
As a normal fruit. Yes.
Now today, pomelos have evolved into something more.
Yeah.
And I noticed that you've got some other items there. Can you maybe share what other items that you have as well? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Go is going to show you an example of a pomelo that both are of the same size, but the contents are very much different.
Okay, so you can see, you can try to take this one and this one. You can feel the difference.
I can feel the difference, yeah.
From where?
Yeah, this one is much more heavier, and I found that to be much more lighter.
This pomelo is also ripe.
Yeah.
But the thing, this is young tree, and this is old tree.
Okay.
Old tree we have thinner skin, that's why we have more flesh.
Okay.
More flesh with more birth.
And
so this one
both of the same age?
Okay, this is more younger tree. From the young tree. This
young
one
tree,
maybe around 10 years tree.
Okay.
This is near to 40 years tree.
40 years.
That's why you can see thin skin.
Okay, and the price difference between the two?
That's why we go by piece.
The weight. Okay.
Go by
so
by
how much
size.
is this?
This is 28 ringgit.
That's
why if you see, if we go by size, we go by weight. So if you go by size, this one 28 ringgit also, this is 28 ringgit, this will be not worth.
Yeah.
So this one we should be more worth. That's why always we get pomelo, get something heavy. Heavy means juicy, but don't heavy like stone.
Okay.
If it's heavy like stone, you'll be overripe. Overripe pomelo will be inside will be like stone.
Yeah.
It's dry. That's why when we choose pomelo, heavy means heavy, just heavy enough you do.
Just nice,
Don't very heavy.
What about the color? The color?
Okay, you can see they got green color and yellow color. Sunlight.
Okay.
If the pomelo exposed to more sunlight, more photosynthesis, more chlorophyll, the skin will become dark green. But if you buy the dark green, they won't turn yellow. They will just turn soft. That's why when you choose pomelo, first thing we get something heavy. If let's say, I want to eat after 1 week, something can be kept. You get something hard. If you want to eat by this day, get something soft. You don't wait the color becomes yellow. They won't turn yellow. They will just turn soft.
So it doesn't mean if it's too yellow then like
yes,
this one,
correct.
It's
yellow and green, all is just because
like
of sunlight.
The sunlight.
Yes,
so it's not like other fruits. The more yellow it is, the more ripe.
It's not mango. That's the thing.
Okay, interesting.
So you can see this pomelo, if we sell to it, might be not good. So we will take the skin to process and we can make as a snack also.
Okay,
it's a dry fruit also.
Yeah.
So always when you choose pomelo, you don't pack because the citrus oil is bitter. So we have to process the skin, we have to steam, we have to boil to squeeze the oil. So the skin also can be eaten.
You all do that all locally?
Yeah, we have to do it also.
On your own farm here.
Yeah. You want to have a try on the skin?
Yeah, we should see. So these are the other products that have stemmed out from pomelo itself, yeah?
So you can see, this is the pomelo skin we do. So you can have a try first. We have to steam, we have to boil and cut in slices. We have to add some sugars also for flavoring also. So this skin, you can chew it slowly. You have two texture, the hard and the soft. The green and the white also we use. That's why when you chew it slowly, very good citrus smell coming out. So this is good for carsic and it's good for digestions and then it's good for gastric reflux, so it's very good. The skin also can be eaten. But in the same fiber also. But in the same time, I'm not sure just now when you order a farm, you see there was flowers blooming.
Yes.
Always flowers bloom, one bunch of flowers, they got 30 to 40 flowers. But last, we only need one pomelo. That's why we take the pomelo flower and make essential. So this is the pomelo flowers room spray lah. So this is good for relaxing and it's good for mosquito repellent. So you can have a try. This is something like room spray. You just spray on your linen, linen, and then
it's organic as well.
Yes, correct. That's why you can see pomelo flower also can be used. So everything from the trees and the fruits as well, everything can be used. products.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but we still got another few products, but it's still in R&D process. So we try to utilize all the things from the trees also.
So when was this conceptualized? How many years ago?
This is quite an old product already. Because actually this pomelo flower, we have a company to collect the pomelo flower and make essential. We cannot do the distribution process. That's why it depends on the companies. Yeah, that's why this product is quite old product and this is quite new. So we have still another few products still in process also. Okay, hopefully we can coming up with a new product.
Make Ipoh the place to be, for this,
so that's why I'm actually a physiotherapist. I've studied at Kedah. That's why this is family business, family farm. That's why I come back to Kedah. This is the most, sometimes I was like, why I need to come back? But sometimes we try to make Ipoh more things.
I think you put two and two together, you can bring a very new, innovative concept.
That's why always they ask me why you don't do physiotherapist, but I say I do physiotherapist for the trees now.
For the trees, exactly. Okay.
Hope you enjoy here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for coming also.
Welcome. Thanks again.
Have a nice day. Good. Thank you.